Hey, welcome back to Danger Close Customs. Today we're going to take a look at some super value, inexpensive but not cheap weapons. These pistols are high grade, high quality, fantastic triggers, and lots of advantages, including mag compatibility and price. Today we're going to look at some Turkish guns from Turkey, not this stuff. These things. You mean like this? Well, this is a Turkey gun. All right, guys. We're here to talk about the Turkish guns from and made in Turkey. Now, Turkey has been making guns for as long as we've had these old school bolt action war rifles. They've been around a long time manufacturing weapons for Europe and all over the world. And they are very good at making guns. Today we're going to talk about some of the advantages of guns that are coming out of Turkey. The Turkish dollar has reduced in value substantially compared to the US dollar. It dropped almost in half a few years ago. So we're able to get these guns from Turkey for just a couple $100. And these guns are definitely worth more than a few $100 that you're paying for them. The fit and finish is excellent. The quality, the materials, excellent. And it just comes down to you're buying off-brand name stuff coming in from Europe. And I'll show you today some of the cool things you may not know about these Turkish guns. So the first one I'm going to show you is Zigana PX9. And this gun is basically a Springfield lower and upper. This takes M&P Smith & Wesson sights. So I replaced just the standard black iron sight that they had. I replaced it with a green fiber optic for just $30 off of Amazon, and it tapped right in. Other than the optics, the weapon itself is high quality, and the trigger is pretty decent. I'd say better than a Glock trigger. It does have the load round indicator in the back, and when it's cocked, you'll have a little red dot there that you can see when you're aiming. And when after you fire, that little red dot disappears. So what's nice about this gun? Well, it's a very well-built gun. It's comfortable. It comes with a lot of features, actually. They got some panels here on the sides, so I think it makes it how thick this grip is. You can kind of bulge it out a little bit. And it also comes with a couple of back straps. So they've got side panels and back straps that you can replace. Outside of that, it's got a safety on there. The nicest feature of this gun is basically the price. This gun is on sale often at Palmetto State Armory for $265. So for $265, you're getting a very dependable, usable weapon, just similar to your Springfield XD9. Here's the best part. It uses standard 226 Sig Sauer magazines. So with this, I can run the same mags that I use in my Sig Sauer. So if you have a Sig Sauer P226, you're going to have a bunch of magazines for it already. And these mags is what this gun uses. And what's nice about it is it comes with two of these 18-round Mekar mags. And these are 226 mags. It says right on it, made in Italy. So these are high-quality mags that come with it. I think two of these mags is probably at least $25 to $30 a piece. So you put in $50 for mags, you're getting this gun for $200. It just doesn't make sense. And that's the advantage of the Turkish exchange rate that we're getting. So this gun, excellent weapon, great trigger, $267 I paid for it before shipping and tax, obviously. Put it side by side with a friend of mine who has the Springfield gun, and he showed the size and the slide, and everything really looks the same. You know, they have to avoid copying exactly, and so I think that's one of the reasons why they use the M&P Smith & Wesson sights on here. But really, the size and the trigger pull, in fact, was very close. I think this trigger is actually a little bit better straight out of the box. They did a good job with this one. So I can use my Sig Sauer P226 mags. I've got my expensive $1,000 gun, and I can use this for, you know, just a throwaway gun, truck gun. I can carry this gun. It's a little bit smaller, and it's, you know, striker fired versus a hammer fired gun, but just not have to worry about too much and still have an excellent weapon. So this is the Zigana PX-9. The next gun I'm going to show you is also a Zigana. The Zigana, I think, is a sub-brand. The main brand of the company is Tisas, T-I-S-A-S. They make a lot of different guns. And this one is the Zigana Sport. It comes with a ported barrel. The features on these weapons for the price. This game came out around $350 retail for us here. And for $350, you're getting a very well built, smooth firing. It's got a nice grip with some finger indents there, but good grip material on here. This is a chrome barrel, and it's also ported. So the barrel's ported and the slide is cut for the ports. So a kind of a target style shooting gun with the ports on there, standard white dot sights. I'm not sure which sights switch out for this, but I'm assuming it's going to be a CZ. Has a rail on it. So it has a very nice chrome barrel. Safety on here, and a decocker. This one is double and single action. And the trigger on this is very nice. I wouldn't say it's as good as a Sig Sauer short reset trigger for this double action, but the trigger reset is pretty short and it breaks really crisp. I did some target shooting with this gun, and I was really surprised at how accurate I was able to fire this one. So when these came out, of course, once people figured out, hey, this is a really nice gun for less than $400, I think they sold out of these pretty quickly. But Zigana continues to make different guns in this line and for their magazines. So with this one, you're able to use some Sig P226 mags. You can also get the Beretta M92 mags and just cut the hole on the Beretta. You just cut with the Dremel, just slice a little hole there for the mag catch, and then you'll be able to use Beretta mags. And I have bought a couple of Beretta mags. They were on sale for $15 at a local gun store, and so I started to get those and cut the little slide, the little mag release there on the Beretta mags, and now I can use them in this gun as well. And they still work in the Beretta. So this is a Zigana pistol and 9mm. The next one I'm going to show you is the MC28 SA by Gerson. So Gerson is another Turkish brand. They make a lot of good guns. The owner, the president for EAA, who imports these guns, actually carries a daily carry, is one of their Beretta clones. But this is the MC28, and what I like about this gun is when this one came out, it came out about $320, and for under $400, it came with a red dot. The red dot was like a cheap brand red dot, but it worked fine enough, and it comes with the replacement plate. So you take the plate off and you have the red dot plate. So it came with the dot and the plates. I think it came out retail was $350 for this gun. And so what I like about this one is also has lightning cuts, some large lightning cuts that also help with the slide grip. And the trigger. The trigger on this gun is very, very good. Way better than a Glock trigger. I would say a lot better than the normal out-of-the-box triggers for regular guns that we get around the $500 price range. And so for $350. Amazing trigger. You get lightning cuts, and it also has that chamber indicator with the red dot in the back of the gun that you easily see when you are aiming, and then after you shoot, the dot goes in. So, advantage of this gun: it's light, it's compact, it's easy to shoot. The grip feels really good. They do a good job of making these ergonomic and feel good. This gun uses CZ75 magazines. So I happen to have a couple of CZ75s, and this is my CZ75 SP01 Phantom. Same mags as this gun. So I've got a box of these mags, and they fit inside this gun and run the same mags, no problem. And so there's another advantage of having, you know, a cheap $350 gun to use however you wish, and you keep your nice $1,000, $800, you know, CZ pistol in good shape, and use this for target shooting, but maybe not daily carry, and carry this and use the same mags. Gerson MC28. Again, with the slide cut for the red dot sight, and you can get them with or without the sight on there. I recommend if you want to just get into a red dot sight and see how you like shooting it, get it with the sight. It's not going to cost you much more than $30, $40 extra to come with the sight, rather than buy one and then have to spend $200 on a really nice sight. Try one out. You're a total of $420, $430. Try one of these out and see how you like shooting the red dot, and then if you do, you can always upgrade your red dot to a nicer one. Next up, I have the Sarsilmaz K2 45. It's a 45 ACP. This gun is really well built. It's an all metal frame, hammer fired gun, chrome barrel and chrome guide rod. What I like about this one is it's a double stack 45. So the Sarsilmaz is 14 plus 1, so 15 rounds of 45 ACP. This one happens to be loaded with some hollow points because I keep this at the bedside. And basically it's a CZ clone, CZ style gun, which is very accurate and smooth shooting gun, but it comes with the 15 rounds that you capacity as compared to my actual CZ. This is my CZ 97B 45 ACP gun. These mags, while they look about the same size, this taps out at 10 rounds. So 10 rounds, 45 ACP, very nice shooting pistol, well built, classic gun. The CZ is between $850 to $1,000, depending how you have it. Whereas the Sarsilmaz comes in under $500. When these first came out, they were $400. I think they go about $500 now. But what's also nice about this gun is that it's been around a long time. Sarsilmaz, I believe they came out with this particular model 10 years ago. So this gun's a little bit older compared to my other guns. I've had this a long time, and I've used it as my home defense weapon. And I'll show you a couple other nice features about it. But while we're on the subject of magazines, the Sarsilmaz accepts the same magazine as the Para Ordnance P14 1911 style 45 ACP double stack magazine. So I was able to buy a bunch of those mags for the P14 and use them in the Sarsilmaz K2. I highly recommend this gun for anyone thinking about getting a 45. I've had several 1911s. I tell you, you shoot that 7-8 round 1911 and you shoot this at 15 rounds, and you will feel the difference that this is hardly any heavier than a 1911. The grip is not super wide like a 1911. The double stack is just really thin, and I would say that, you know, comparing the two, you could feel this is just slightly thicker between the single stack and this double stack. And so for about $500, the chrome barrel, very accurate gun, and the trigger. The trigger is really nice, nicely set, really crisp for this type of gun. The downside of this gun, I would say, is the sights. It just comes with a white dot sight, and I haven't figured out which front sight I can switch with. I think that they have listed on the internet which sight you can use the back. People have tried different ones. It is, I think, a popular gun now, and so there's more information. But when I bought this 10 years ago, there wasn't anybody that was doing, could tell us what sight to replace it with. One guy, he had a gun store, and he spent the time to buy a bunch of different sights and try and get them on there, and he figured out which one it was, but he wouldn't let us know because he sells that as a service. So for about $150, you send your gun to this gun store, they will install the fiber optic sight for you, and they'll shoot it and make sure it's zeroed and then send it back to you. And so I think that's fair for a price, and he said he spent the money on the research and development. So if anybody actually has that or knows what sights fit on the K245, please post in the comments and share that information with everybody. We love to be able to just go buy some sights and put them on our gun without having to send it to a gun shop. This gun comes with a rail, and I'll show you what the good part of that is. Okay, the K245 accepts the weapon light. It's a laser and flashlight combo, and you can set to strobe. So this package came for the Sig Sauer P226 that I have a couple of those. And what's nice about this is I use this for my home defense weapon. I like that, 45 ACP hollow point and 15 rounds of it. Able to use this with the flashlight system that is made for the Sig P226. And lo and behold, the flashlight holster with the level 3 retention, closing door on top. This holster fits with the weapon light, fits the Sarsilmaz K245. And so, nice advantage for this one is kind of buy one of these kits. I believe this holster kit and flashlight combo was sold together for Sig P226, and push the button and it releases the gun, and then you can pull it out with the weapon light. So for those of you that have this or plan on getting this, I would also try to find the P226 holster with the weapon light. It's a nice combination. I think it was, pretty inexpensive for what you're getting. Very nice light system with the trigger and how it fits up against the trigger, just like it would on the Sig. And I believe this is level 3 retention with the enclosed weapon and then a push button to release it. So on this one, I just added a pouch here to add another magazine so I can run out with this weapon and have an extra 14 rounds 45 on me if I use this weapon during home defense situation. All right, now we get to the part that's probably most useful to the viewers here. Is we're going to talk about the Canik. Canik is also made in Turkey, and this is a very popular brand. It's no longer considered a cheap knockoff brand. They make their own guns, own designs, and they're very well built. For a striker fired weapon, the triggers on the Caniks are, I would say, close if not better than the triggers on the Walther. That's kind of up for grabs. The gun store guys, they tend to think that this is better. Some other YouTube video reviews mentioned that the Canik trigger felt better, but just by a hair. But the Walther trigger is one of the best out-of-the-box triggers, and knowing that, this Canik also comes with an outstanding trigger. It also has an extended mag release button, and comes with the optic cutout and plates to put on your optic. And also these, while it's not ported, these are lightning cuts up front in the barrel area. So this is a very well-built gun, used for competition shooting, I'm sure. Has the a red fiber optic in the front. And again, it comes with 4 different plates. So you pretty much can use any of the red dots that are on the market. With the Canik, there's another advantage, and I'll share that with you, is that the Canik uses the same magazine structure as the Walther PPQ and the PDP. So the PPQ obviously was the first Walther pistol that came out with their trigger system that everybody felt was the best trigger. And then they came out with the PPQ target gun with the slide cut for the optic, and extended barrel length with some cuts in it. It's a very nice target gun. They come out around $850. And then they came out with another one that was all metal frame. And that target gun comes out around $1,200. They came out recently with a shorter 4.5 and 5-inch and 4-inch versions barrel, without the extra slide cuts and fancy stuff. It just has the red dot optic cut on it, and that one's the PDP, and so that one shares the same trigger. The PDP Walther is very desirable weapon. People are enjoying that one quite a bit, and so you'll find a lot of comparisons between the Canik and the PDP as today's current weapons in that price range. This gun though is a couple $100 cheaper. The PDP is retails around $650, and the Canik, this is the TP9 SFX. The SFX means that it's got the lightning cuts and the fiber optic sight and the optics mount. So this is kind of a target style gun. This one came out at under $500, and the PDP Walther is I think the lowest price I've seen is around $660. So for $160 less, you get the same if not better trigger, and they use the same magazines. So quite a bit of features for this gun, and it's going to feel a little different. Some folks do like the grip, the ergonomics of this weapon better. Comes with a changeable back strap as well. This is the Canik. The Canik also comes with the red chamber indicator dot that the other guns I mentioned have. And when you pull the trigger, the indicator goes away. The Canik comes with a very nice holster in the kit, so it's nice when you get these extras. The same thing with the Tisas PX9 that I showed the first gun. Comes with a level 2 retention holster. Kind of different. It has the retention in the bottom here, and if you grab the gun, you're gonna end up pushing your knuckle against that as you draw the gun out. It's very intuitive. At first we were looking at it, trying to get this gun out, like what's going on? As soon as you grab it, it's gonna come out. So very nice design for the retention instead of the traditional, like on my Sig, you have a button that you got to push there. You grab the weapon, you push your finger on there, draw it out, and your fingers, in the right spot. Don't mind these per se, but this design with the Tisas is a good design, and it's very intuitive. You just slap that with your knuckle as you grab the gun. So as I was saying, the Canik comes with a holster for the gun that fits good, and this one is just friction retention. You yank it out, and an advantage for me, and probably not an advantage for most people, is I have the CZ TS2 target pistol. This is a high-end, very expensive target shooting pistol, and what I like about the Canik is this magazine can be used with this pistol. Fits in there perfectly, and so I can run the fancy no optics red fiber optic sight target pistol, and then I'll be able to run my optics red dot Canik in the same holster. So a little bit of an advantage for me. Again, I think the nice things about these Turkish guns is the price range, the quality, the guns are well built. The triggers are very crisp and light, and they have the target style shooting in mind. The safety with the loaded chamber indicator. They come with lots of features and accessories. Again, the Canik comes loaded up with a holster, and also comes with obviously the cleaning kit and a back strap, and it comes with the 4 different plates for your optics. So whichever optic brand you choose, you have the plates already. The Canik, actually, this Canik comes with 3 magazines, and they are the extended 20-round magazines. It says 18, and it's got the extension on the bottom. So 20-round magazines for target shooting. So the advantage, again, beyond just having the 4 optics mounts, is when you buy a PDP, it doesn't come with the optic mount. It just comes like this, and you have to send in to Walther, and they will send you 1 optic mount for whichever optic you choose. Well, a lot of folks like to change out their optics. They buy one, they upgrade it, and so you get 1 optic mount with the Walther PDP, and after that, if you change your optic, you'll need to pay for a different optic mount. And this one comes with 4 different ones, so that's quite an advantage to the buyer. So again, I really enjoyed high quality pistols. The CZ TS2 is my favorite quality target pistol. One of my first pistols was the P226. I got an Elite and a stainless steel Elite, and the CZ75 and the CZ97, excellent weapons. But in those weapons, you're really getting what you pay for, and you're also paying for the name. With the Turkish guns, you're not paying for the name. One more gun that they do, and I don't own this one, but I'll show you 2 more other guns that they have, Turkish guns that I would like to show you that I don't actually own yet. One is the 1911 by Gerson. They make a very nice, well-built, military-style 1911. Here's the Gerson 1911 military style. It's got a very nice finish. It's kind of a grayish green color, and the fit on this is really tight. I actually had to loosen it up a little bit, breaking it in, shooting it. Excellent 1911. I'm trying to show you that it has very little wiggle or wobble on the slide and frame. This one retails for $400 to $450. Good. And they also make a, like I mentioned earlier, the Beretta 92 clone, and their Beretta is pretty cool. They have the new features of the rail and stuff, and it comes in around $500, I believe, maybe $450 on sale. But the rail feature, which is an additional feature for the Beretta 92, that if you were to add that, you're going to be paying, $100 at least more for the newer design with that, and you may not want that. But the other nice feature is the magazine has a cutout, like a clear cutout, and a window. So the grip itself has a window. So when you have your magazine in there, there's a window that shows how many, you can see the rounds. And then you put in the gun, and it's also cut out, and you'll be able to see the bullets inside the magazine, inside the gun, in the grip. And so it's a pretty fancy kind of gimmicky thing, but it does look really nice, and it seems pretty cool. And so I just wanted to mention that is also a Turkish gun, coming in at a very low price for a Beretta 92. Again, is the one that the president for EAA carries as his daily use gun. All right, I told you guys we'll be featuring the Springfield Hellion. This is a new bullpup, kind of like a combination between a bullpup and a G36. It's got the inside charging handle that can flip and be charged on either side. A very futuristic weapon. I changed the muzzle on this. It comes with, it has built-in iron flip-up sights, very sturdy, well-built sights. And also the difference for this bullpup is that it has an extendable rear stock piece, so it can go in and out. And that they started with the backpack version of the Keltec bullpup RDB. It had the extending buttstock, and so they utilized that idea and brought it to the Springfield Hellion. Just showing this off a little bit as a teaser, but I'm going to take it out and shoot it and do a full video review of the Hellion bullpup. All right, if you watched my other video, the PCC shootouts, I have these tail hook braces on several of my weapons, and I picked up a few more. In that video, I showed that these have been out of stock, hard to get for several months now. My friend said he believes that they signed a big contract with a gun manufacturer to include these with their guns, and so they've been busy doing that. And meanwhile, left our regular market for us dry. And I'm happy to say these are back in stock. You can get them right now. My friend Eddie showed me this new website. It's called peaceofmindguns.com. And they have these in stock in FDE and in black. And the customer service is excellent. Ships very fast. They send you the shipping tracking information via email. And they even check back with you via text to make sure you got your product. They watch the tracking on that. So this company, they even send you a handwritten note. Mason here, I think, is the guy in charge of the place. Excellent customer service. Highly recommend this. Only one that has this in stock anywhere, and for a decent price. So go ahead and check out peaceofmindguns.com and pick yourself up a couple braces while you can. All right, today is March 30th, 2022. So hopefully you guys are subscribing to my channel to get all the fresh info and find out about these kind of deals when they happen before they're all gone. Thanks for watching my video, and remember to hit the like button. So check out these guns from Turkey. Turkey is the second largest standing military in NATO forces outside of the United States. So they know a little something about guns. Danger close.